Hello everyone. So today we'll look into how to import data which is in Excel format to MySQL database. So I'm taking an example file called as financials which is from Microsoft. So using this table, we'll put it into our database in MySQL. Okay. To begin with this, let's take about this file. So this file financial is available to download. You can see there are certain columns like segment, country, product, discount band, units sold, manufacturing, sale price, cross sales, discount sales, COGS, profit, date, month number, month name, and year. So all these are fine. We need to pull this into our workbench. Workbench. To do this, what we'll do, first of all, workbench does not support Excel directly. It cannot take this file directly. So first we need to convert this into our CSV form. So one thing you should notice before converting into CSV, you should avoid all the formattings. Avoid all the formattings which are there in the Excel file. For example, you can see dollar. This dollar is actually not a character. It is the format. So how to fix this? Wherever you see money involved, you might get the currency symbol. So select those columns which have got dollars. I'm selecting all up to profit. Okay. In fact, manufacturing is also showing. I'm selecting the entire data. This is around 700 rows. So all of these columns have dollars. So I'll go to custom, format. I'm just going to choose as number. So what happened now? The extra formatting that we had, that's gone. And this is good enough. If required, we'll have to remove any hyphen, comma, and so on. Currently, we don't have comma also, so good enough. Now coming to date, if you look at the date, Excel can accept date in multiple formats. It can take a short date, long date, or you can go and customize of your own choice. You can choose DD, MMYY, MMDDYY, and so on. But what is mainly required for SQL? SQL stores date, date in this form. Year, month, and day, all separated by hyphen. It will be YYYY, DD. So this should be the format of date. For this reason, we'll have to convert this all the dates to required format. So I'll go for more number formatting, custom. Here you will have an option to modify. So I'm selecting this YYYY hyphen hyphen DD. So this is the format I need so that SQL will understand this as a date column. So I said this, you can see the same date now in different format. Similarly, I will look at every column wherever there is requirement, modify it, and if ensure that the headers as well, headers or even anywhere in the structure, if you find a space, space is treated differently in SQL or any programming language. Once you give a space, it will expect for some new keyword. So we should avoid it. So what we'll do, we'll select all the headers. I'm selecting all the headers. I'm using replace, that is Control H. I want to replace all the space with underscore, underscore, and say replace. It has made 8 replacement. You can see that wherever, for example, month number, month space number is now converted to month underscore number. Month name is converted to month underscore name. Similarly, wherever we add space like sales price, unit sold, discount band, everything is converted into this format. Okay, this is all good. Still, we are in the Excel only. This is still an Excel file. Okay. So how to convert this into CSV? Once you clean the data and get everything as text properly formatted, come to this save as. Let's say I'll save it in a particular folder. Here it's financial sample. I'm going to take it as CSV. CSV stands for comma separated value file, which is a pure text file. All the text will be separated by comma only. It's a lightweight file which is used in many programming tools. So we'll use CSV and save it. So I'm saving it again. So this is in the right format. At the same time, what I'll do is when I come to Workbench, let's create a new database for this. So I'll create a database. The syntax goes like create database. Let's give it database name as new database. I'm just calling it as new DB and with semicolon and run using this flash button. Okay. Once you run it, we need to immediately use it. So use new DB. So again, I'll run this. So if I refresh the schema, we get to see that this database is in use now. Currently, there are no tables inside that. So we need to create one table. But we will need all these columns that we are talking about, starting from segment till here. For that reason, what we'll do, we'll use one trick. We'll remove all this data. We'll remove all the data and save it as a new file in the same location. I'm calling it as table, financial sample table. I'll save it. Remember, there are no data in this. Okay. This can be loaded into SQL first. So I'm coming to this. To load this, we'll use the basic idea in Workbench. If you look at this work database, either you can right click here and get to table data import wizard, or you can also right click on the table data import wizard. You will get this table data import tool. So go and browse wherever you have kept your file. I want to browse this, which is just the headers, right? So I'm going to browse this. Once I take it, click next. It's asking me where do you want to create this. So I'll tell create a new table. Let's call it as financial only so that it's easy. Financial, and it's under my new database. Just now I created. So I'll accept. No need to change anything as of now. We will modify it later. So just click on next and finish it. So now as you come to schemas, to refresh, you can see there is an arrow here, which means one table is created. You can see all the headers have come. If you want to verify what is there in the table, let's write a DQL, select star from financial. This is the table name just now I created. So as I run this, you can see it's coming with blank, no data inside. Okay. For safety, what we'll do, we'll truncate this table. What is truncate? It is a DDL command which removes all the records from a table, but it retains the structure. So I'm truncating that. You can see an output as that. So when I go back to select star from financials, you can see the data is not there. Only the structure is there as we planned. Now we want to put inside this the data. To do that, I have a script which I'll be posting it in the chat as well. What you should be doing is use a command called as set global local infile equal to on. Means you are setting that loading option to the server as true, as on. So I'm running this once, so you can see this allowing me. Once it is done, let's use this code. This is a famous script, load data in file. Load data in file. To do this, you should have some idea about where is this file located so that I can pull it into my database. So quick review on that. If you go to your PC, this PC, Windows, search for your program files. Under that you will see MySQL. Program files, MySQL. There you see MySQL server installed. Open that. Locate this folder called uploads. This is where you are only allowed to put your data. If you put your data inside this, easily Workbench can pull the data. So what I'll do, I'll come back to the earlier file. So just today we created this sample. So we'll copy this CSV file. You can see the address as well. It is comma separated value file. Copy this file, come to your uploads folder, program files, MySQL server, uploads. Paste it on this file. It will ask you to permission as an admin, confirm it and load it here. So if you load it here, it's easy for us to our server as well in the workbench. So this job is done. Once you do this, you need to copy the path. So how to copy this path? Right click on the file name. You will see copy as path. Select copy as path. Come to this. You can see load data in file and it is asking for a path. We need to do a little bit of work. We'll go and paste whatever we copied as a path. Some modifications that you need to do. You can see some extra quotations are there. Remove that extra quotations. And one other thing that you should notice, we have a backslash. So backslash is interpreted as some keyword in all the programming. So you should convert this into front slash. All the backslash you put it as front slash in the path. So once you convert this, there is a file name we have. We are going to put this inside our table. Just now we created this table. So this is into the table, whichever table we have just created, financials. What does this say? Load the data from this folder file. The file that is there in this folder, MySQL server uploads. All the data into this table which is there in our database, new DB. When it is doing, since it is comma separated value, fields means columns. So every column is terminated by a comma. That's what we mean to say. And any text we are adding, because it is CSV, it is enclosed with one key called quotation, so that you can see lines terminated by. Means you will see that lines will be terminated by backslash n. I don't want to take the headers. Headers are already created when we created this. You can see here in the information. So we will ignore the first row. So this entire script we will run it using first flash button. So as you can see, the loading is started and it is telling 700 rows affected. So one thing that you can always believe is even if you have 20 lakh rows in your CSV, you can easily import it using this load data in file method. This is the method which can help you to load huge data. You might ask, can we load it directly from table data import wizard? Yes, you can, but there is a limitation there. If it crosses 1000 rows, you will not be able to import fast. So to get the data imported in a quick manner, you should use load data in file. And the file should always be in the folder called uploads inside your MySQL server, which is in the MySQL file. Okay. So we were successfully able to load the data. You can see this action output as green. So to check the data, I'm using DQL. Select start from whatever table we created. I'm checking that. You can see without any limit, I've got 700 rows inside the data. So one challenge we will have in this is, although we got the data, if I go to description of the table, I want to know what are the column data. So as I click on that, you can see since we created the table this way, every column is selected as text, text, text. So how to fix this? You will have to use your DML or DDL alt command to change the data type of each column. It's going to take a long time if you write it. So what we can do is, if you are using Workbench, it's always easy. Come to Financials, Tables. You see one spanner button. Click on that. So you get to see the details of the table, the name. You can see all the columns listed here and also the data type. So from here, you can easily modify the way you want. Let me quickly do that here. Segment is a text, country is a text. So leave it as it is. Product is a text. Discount bad, units sold. Now if you look at units sold, you look at units sold, it should be a number. So I'm taking this as number. You can see all the data types available here. Take it as integer. Then the price is money. So generally we convert money into decimal data type, which is a flavor inside your fractional numbers. So sale price again, decimal, sales, decimal, discount. Discount is not money, it is about decimal only, but not used for money. It is a calculation for calculation purpose use. Then sales again, you can see you can convert into decimal. Decimal or double, both will work. Decimal is very, very precise. So whenever it is money, we choose decimal. So as we go down, cost on goods service, you can convert this as well as decimal. It's a cost money. Profit is money. So double click on the data type, choose thing. Now comes important column, date. Date always should be in date format. So double click and choose this as date. Search for date. You'll find date is one flavor in the date data type. Then month number is going to be number. So you can simply select integer. Month name is a text like January, February. Year, it's going to be 2024, 2025. So it's also a whole number. So I select it. So once I select this proper way, I just have to apply. And this is possible in Workbench. So you can see that it has written a DDL, alter table, financial, change column to different data types. If you want, you can set some primary keys, unique keys, foreign keys as well when you're altering. Once you do this, apply it, finish. So once you finish this, you can close this tool, come back to the script, you check the data, use the flash button. You can see the data here and you can see the dates are here. If you want to see, refresh the schema under information, you can see the data types have changed. Price, sales, discount, sales, profit, date, all this have been converted. If you want to also see in another way, you can describe the data types, describe the table financial. You can see the right data types has been taken. So we successfully loaded the data from an Excel file to Workbench. From now, we can start our journey on analyzing the data. So we can start some answering questions like how many orders are there. So you can say select count star from financial. Run this. There are 700 orders in this financial file. If you want to see select country, there is a column called country. So we'll check what is the country wise count from financials. Since you're using country along with the aggregation, you have to group by. So group by country. You can see that there are 140 counts for each of these countries. If you want to add the total sales also, let's see, there is something called as sales. So I'm going to pick that. You can also copy from here. Copy. You want to see sales, but again you need to aggregate that. I'm copying and pasting that sales using the function sum. When I run this query, I can see these are the different sales amount made in each country. Okay, from here you can start your analysis once we load the data. So this works for all big data. All that you need to do is create your database, create a table with that structure using a blank table, and use in file load data, this script. If you want, you can take a screenshot and get this text extracted in your GPTs and start using it. Happy learning.